It's time for your local Farm News Week in Review here on AM 960 KLTF. This week in Farm News, the World Trade Organization this week announced the amount of retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods authorized in the country of origin labeling dispute with Canada and Mexico, potentially starting the path toward congressional repeal of the controversial law. In its decision, the WTO authorized a combined $1.01 billion in annual retaliation, $781 million from Canada and $227 million from Mexico. The tariffs will be imposed by the individual countries on as yet unspecified products and could be in place as early as next week. The ruling is the final step of a trade dispute several years in the making over the U.S. COOL law mandating disclosure of born, raised, and slaughtered information on meat labels. That law was challenged by Canada and Mexico, who ultimately persuaded the WTO that the law accorded unfavorable treatment to Canadian and Mexican livestock because, amongst other things, it required segregation of live animals. Canada has been much more vocal about retaliatory plans than Mexico, stating in June that it would request authorization for about $2.4 billion on a wide variety of products ranging from California wine to Minnesota mattresses. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is tightening its Process Verified program to ensure more uniform administration across commodities and to make it easier for consumers to check marketing claims. The USDA's Agricultural Marketing Service is instituting a single management structure for the program. It will also require that any marketing claims or verified processes be clearly defined in plain language on the USDA's website. Products that are labeled as USDA Process Verified will be required to carry the website address. The Process Verified claims covers dozens of characteristics such as non-GMO, responsible use of antibiotics, no antibiotics ever, raised by independent farmers, raised cage-free, hogs raised without the use of ractomine, and cattle born and fed in the state of Nebraska. The Agricultural Marketing Service, which is supposed to ensure that the companies are adhering to the practices in their claims, said the changes would increase transparency and accountability by making it easier for consumers to understand the meaning of processed, verified, program-approved marketing claims. Registration is now open for the 2016 Minnesota Organic Conference, which runs January 8th and 9th. The annual farmer-oriented educational event offers sessions for producers of all types and experience levels. You can look for the registration materials in the mail or online at the Minnesota Department of Agriculture's website. Dozens of breakout sessions are scheduled. Explore topics like organic crops, livestock and vegetable production strategies, organic certification requirements, markets and marketing, animal health, soil health, and much more. Breakout sessions will be led by experienced organic farmers, researchers, agronomists, soil scientists, and organic industry insiders. Attendees can also tour a lively trade show with more than 80 vendors between learning sessions. More information can be found at the Minnesota Department of Agriculture's website or by calling 651-201-6012. And that concludes this week's local Farm News Week in Review here on AM 960 KLTF. Farm News available anytime at fallsradio.com. This is Farm Director Scott Colomb saying, thanks for listening.